Hello, my name is Kevin Patton and I'm a therapist in Hackney. We may not have caused our problems, but we do have a responsibility to change things for the better. We have to show up in our lives, open up to our experiences, and make some changes. Our minds are fighting hard to protect us from difficult thoughts and feelings. It's a hard struggle that can only end in pain, sooner or later. Keeping it real means stopping this bitter struggle and doing something that puts us on a better footing. This is the fourth session in the program. We're going to begin the session in a few minutes, but we're going to spend some time coming into the room and getting ready to work. I'd like you to find a comfortable position, either sitting on a cushion, on the floor, or on a chair. Sit tall with your back straight but shoulders relaxed, and let your hands rest in your lap. Gently close your eyes. Let's take 3 deep, slow breaths to begin. Become aware of your body sitting there. Notice the sense of contact between your body and the seat beneath you. Notice your feet on the floor. Notice your clothes against your skin. Now let's consider a metaphor. Within the strong, turbulent winds of a hurricane, the eye, the center of the hurricane, is quiet. There's no wind and no movement there. For a moment, picture this idea in your mind. Can you visualize the strong, turbulent winds of a hurricane and the inner core that is peaceful and quiet? Let's see if you can become like the center of the hurricane. Your current circumstances, your thoughts, your feelings, the sensations throughout your body can be compared to the winds of a hurricane. It's possible for you to let go of all these things for a moment so that you are no longer taking part in them, like the center of the hurricane is not taking part in the turbulent surrounding winds. To do this, start by focusing on your breath. Simply breathe in and breathe out. Focus inward. Just like the eye is deep within the hurricane, your eye is deep within you. Use your breath to connect to this part of you. Simply breathe in and breathe out. Stay connected to your breath. If anything stressful happens in this moment, such as negative thoughts, unpleasant feelings, annoying sounds, difficult life events, memories, try to look at them as if they're the turbulent wind of the hurricane, whirling around, constantly changing, unpredictable in nature. And notice that you are not them. You are the silent center of the hurricane, the part that is peaceful despite what is happening around you. You are the silent center of the hurricane, peaceful and at ease. You are not reacting, you're simply observing. Like the wind of the hurricane, these experiences are constantly moving and changing. You, on the other hand, are stable. You are not moving or being carried away by them. As you're breathing, notice how you're more and more moving towards the center of the hurricane, towards the eye. Just like the turbulent wind of the hurricane, your thoughts, your feelings, and whatever is happening outside yourself is still going on, but you are no longer part of it. You are in a safe, peaceful place. Breathing in, breathing out. As you sit here, connected to your eye, notice whatever arises. Notice the wind of the hurricane, but do not anticipate. Stay in the eye. Notice the thoughts. Notice the feelings. Notice sensations. Continue to watch the ever-changing nature of the world inside and outside you. Watch from a distance, with curiosity, without judgment, without having to react to what you see. There's nothing to do here. No matter how intense or bad the hurricane gets, the eye is always centered, calm, and at ease. Even the most turbulent hurricane cannot hurt or harm the eye. The eye is safe. Whenever you feel you need to restore your inner peace, use your breath to connect to the silent part of yourself. Just breathe in and breathe out. It may help to visualize the hurricane with yourself in the center. It can be difficult to see the eye of the hurricane at times, and sometimes we forget the eye is there. However, it is always there. If we examine closely enough, even the strongest, darkest hurricane, sooner or later, we'll see the eye centered and constant. Now, when you feel ready, gently open your eyes. How was it to connect to the observing self? How do you feel now? Did you resonate with the metaphor of the eye in the hurricane? If not, can you think of another metaphor that would resonate with you more? Sometimes during exercises like this, issues that have been suppressed for some time can begin to rise to the surface. Were the things that you noticed that you may have shut down in the past? If so, what kind of experiences did you notice? What was it like to notice them? And how did you deal with them? The last session was about diffusion, stepping away and unhooking from difficult feelings. This session is about acceptance of internal experiences, opening up, making room for them. In other videos, we're going to look at realistic goals and embracing values. Do you remember these cartoons from an earlier video? The first cartoon, the guy's thinking something like, I hate the rain, I'm getting all wet, I'll probably catch cold. The second video, you might be thinking, it's raining. Okay, I got things to do. The person in the cartoon cannot change what is real. It is raining. But he can change his relationship to that experience, and he can change how well he gets on with his day. On the other hand, keeping it real isn't about seeing the world through rose-colored glasses. It's about noticing your thoughts, identifying your harmful thinking habits, and then refocusing on taking care of business and doing what matters. We've been looking at how trying to avoid and control difficult thoughts and feelings doesn't really work in the long term and causes more harm than it's worth. Instead of encouraging you to use more and more clever ways to fight and win this war with your thoughts and feelings and bodily sensations, keeping it real is about stepping out of this war altogether. The more we struggle with painful feelings, the stronger they get. This technique of opening up begins to alter the impact of our experiences by stopping the struggle with them, rather than by attempting to change their form and frequency. In other words, in opening up, the original aim of controlling our emotions, thoughts, cravings, and bodily sensations is itself seen as something that we can change. In real life, this means actively contacting our experiences directly, fully, and without needless defense, while behaving effectively. This does not abandon making a change. It's practicing skills that help you change what you do and improve your situation. This approach does not mean that your thoughts and feelings will go away. It's not about controlling your feelings. Changing your focus and doing things that move you towards the life you want, instead of trying to get away from your negative feelings, will, however, mean that your feelings don't control you. The Chinese word for crisis, weijie, is comprised of two ideograms, one for danger and one for opportunity. The core concept here is that negative emotions are an alarm call providing us with the opportunity to start getting ourselves back on course. Back in the 1960s, the F-4 Phantom was one of the most expensive warplanes in the world, and it had all kinds of advanced technology to tell the pilot when he was off target or if someone else was targeting him to get a missile lock or train anti-aircraft guns on him. Trouble was that pilots had to fly too many sorties at speeds and altitudes that they couldn't handle too well, and they compensated by taking amphetamines just to keep their edge. Now, all those alarms and indicators flashing and beeping in the cockpit were freaking them out and getting in the way of flying their plane. So they started taking the fuses out of the lights and the alarms just so they could think straight. And the most advanced warplane on the planet became a dumb machine flying faster than the pilot's reaction times. The expensive Phantom wasn't any better than the cheaper and more numerous MiG, which shot it out of the sky. Without their sophisticated radars and infrared, pilots assigned to low-level, high-speed missions were unable to react to hazards such as hills or sometimes target installations like the one in the picture before they were right on top of them. Just like the pilot's instrument panel, our feelings tell us when we're off course or there's something going on that we need to pay attention to. We shut them down at our own peril. Thank your mind. Look at what you can change, what needs to happen next, and then do that thing. I invite you to sit upright in your chair with your back straight and your feet flat on the floor. Most people find that they feel more alert and awake sitting this way, so check it out and see if this is the case for you. And either close your eyes or fix them on a spot, whichever you prefer. And take a few slow, deep breaths. And really notice the breath flowing in and out of your lungs. And quickly scan your body from head to toe, starting at your scalp and moving downwards. And notice the sensations you can feel in your head, throat, neck, shoulders, your chest, your abdomen, arms, hands, legs, and feet. Now zoom in on the part of your body where you're feeling a little bit of tension and observe that feeling closely, as if you're a curious scientist who has never encountered anything like this before. Observe the sensation carefully. Let your thoughts come and go like passing cars, and keep your attention on the feeling. Notice where it starts and where it stops. Learn as much about it as you can. If you drew an outline around it, what shape would it have? Is it on the surface of the body or deep inside you, or both? How far inside you does it go? Where is it most intense? Where is it weakest? As you drift off into your thoughts, as soon as you realize it, come back and focus on that sensation. Observe it with curiosity. How is it different in the center than around the edges? Is there any pulsation or vibration within it? Is it light or heavy, moving or still? What's its temperature? Are there hot or cold spots? Notice that it's not just one sensation. There are sensations within sensations. Notice the different layers. As you're observing this feeling, breathe into it. Imagine your breath flowing in and around this feeling, breathing into and around it. And as you're breathing into it, it's as if in some magical way, all this space opens up inside you. You open up around the feeling, make space for it, expand around it, however you make sense of it. Breathing into and opening up around it. And see if you can just allow this feeling to be there. You don't have to like it or want it. Just allow it. Just let it be. Observe it. Breathe into it. Open up around it. And allow it to be just as it is. You may feel a strong urge to fight with it or push it away. If so, just acknowledge the urge is there without acting on it and continue observing the sensation. Don't try to get rid of it or alter it. If it changes by itself, that's okay. If it doesn't change, that's okay too. Changing or getting rid of it is not the goal. Your aim is simply to allow it, to let it be. Imagining this feeling as an object. As an object, what shape does it have? Is it liquid, solid, gaseous? Is it moving or still? What color is it? Is it transparent or opaque? If you could touch the surface, what would it feel like? Wet, dry, rough, or smooth? Is it hot or cold, soft or hard? Observe this object curiously. Breathe into it. Open up around it. You don't have to like it or want it. Just allow it. And notice that you are bigger than this object. No matter how big it gets, it can never get bigger than you. This feeling tells you some valuable information. It tells you that you're a normal human being with a heart. It tells you that you care about something, that there are things in life that matter to you. This is what human beings feel when there's a gap between what we want and what we got. The bigger the gap, the bigger the feeling. Take one of your hands and place it on this part of your body. Imagine that is a healing hand, the hand of a loving friend or parent or nurse, and feel the warmth flowing from your hand into your body. Not trying to get rid of the feeling, but to make room for it, to soften up and loosen up around it. Hold it gently, as if it was a crying baby or a frightened puppy. Letting your hand fall, once again breathe into the feeling and expand around it. Life is like a stage show, and on that stage are all your thoughts, and all your feelings, and everything that you can see and hear and touch, taste and smell. And for the last few minutes, we dimmed the lights on that stage and we shined a spotlight on this feeling. And now it's time to bring up the rest of the lights on your body. Notice your arms, your legs, your head, your neck. And notice you're in control of your arms and legs, regardless of what you're feeling. Just move them around a little to check that out for yourself. And now take a little stretch and notice that you're stretching. And bring up the lights in the room around you. Open your eyes, look around, and notice that there's not just feeling here. There's a feeling inside a body, inside a room, inside a world of opportunity. And welcome back. We're now going to look at a rather shorter acceptance exercise. How you do it? Check in with yourself. What are you experiencing at the moment? Observe your thoughts and emotions. Don't judge them as right or wrong. Just observe them. No matter what they experience, allow yourself to let go. Let go of judgments. Be in the moment. And how you do it. The more we struggle with painful feelings, the stronger they get. These techniques of opening up begin to alter the impact of our experiences by stopping the struggle with them, rather than by attempting to change their form or frequency. In other words, in acceptance, the original aim of controlling our emotions, thoughts, and cravings and bodily states is itself something that we can change. In real life, this means actively contacting our experiences directly and fully without any needless defense. while behaving effectively. This does not abandon making change. It's about practicing skills that will help you change what you do and improve your situation. This approach does not mean that your thoughts are going to go away. It's not about controlling your feelings. Changing your focus and doing things that move you towards living the life you want instead of getting caught up and struggling with your negative feelings will, however, mean that your feelings do not control you. We practice the eye of the hurricane visualization and thank your mind. We practiced opening up to uncomfortable feelings with some self-compassion. We practiced the how you doing emotional check-in. How might you use this stuff to help you start living life as you want to live it? This is my email and my phone number. Please feel free to contact me if you have any thoughts or questions about any of the things we've discussed. Thanks a lot for watching.